Hey everybody, Kyle Goth here from GoatFilmReviews.com and the Goat Film Reviews YouTube channel. It has been a while since I've had a first reaction to a new movie because it's been a while since I've watched a new movie. For those of you that don't know, I've been out of the country for the past almost 3 weeks. I've been in Germany. I was on a much needed vacation, me and the wife. And we got to do a lot of stuff, but I also, during that time, I wasn't seeing new movies because I can see new movies when I get back to America. Why would I do anything else? But I did get the chance on the flight back home to watch a bunch of movies. So we're going to talk about a couple of those. 4 new films that I saw on the flight home. I just got back. I just got showered up, cleaned up, ready to go. And I'm going to try and rapid fire these 4 first reactions out to you and get them out hopefully at the same time, pretty much as in the order I watched them in. So first up, I want to talk about, I'm going to get the director's name wrong, but Lije Sarki's Sweet Dreams. Kind of a bland title, but I do want to talk about this movie because I watched it. Basically, it stars Johnny Knoxville, and I didn't really know how to feel about this movie going into it. I wasn't sure if it was going to be a comedy, if it was going to be a drama, if it was going to be some mixture of the two. It's a sports film, but it's also a film about addiction. So Knoxville plays Morris, who is a recovering alcoholic. He goes to live at a group home to get over his addiction. And in the process of doing so, he loses his job, he loses his family, he loses everything. But through this brotherhood, he's able to find rehabilitation. And when they find out that the owner of the Sweet Dreams house that he lives at is going to lose the home because they just can't pay their finances, they end up getting involved in a kind of softball tournament in order to try and win the money back, essentially. It's the thing is, it's a very predictable kind of comedy. Some of the characters work, some don't. I thought Johnny Knoxville did a pretty good job as Morris. The film doesn't give him a lot of extreme depth to work with, but for what he's given, I think he does actually a pretty solid job. Some of the better acting of his career. It is an emotional performance. He does do more of a dramatic thing. He's not cracking jokes the whole time. He's surrounded by other people who are. So he gets involved with Bobby Lee as a friend who plays Cruz, and Theo Vaughn is in the film playing another addict named Garvey. He makes friends with another recovering addict played by Kate Upton, who does fine. There's a lot of people in the movie that don't get a ton of stuff to do, or everything that they are doing is kind of moving the plot along. The style there, it's passable, but again, this is just kind of a movie that's okay. And I think it's content being okay. It's not trying to do much more than that, which is frustrating because I think that Johnny Knoxville does have the ability to dive deeper if the script gave him something more to do. And I think that the film doesn't capture the baseball or the softball scenes particularly well, so that you don't really have a lot of sports stuff. And it kind of feels like a film of 2 portions. It's the sports film and it's the addict film. And the addict film, from Knoxville's perspective, is not bad. And the softball stuff is not great. So they kind of separate. Neither one of them is really kind of lifting up the other. And I don't know. It's a movie that unfortunately doesn't really go the extra mile. It doesn't really lift itself above. We've seen movies like Sweet Dreams before. We've seen sports dramas like this before. We've seen addiction dramas like this before. We've seen comedic actors turn in dramatic performances like this before in these types of films. Nothing Sweet Dreams is doing is really going above that. It is a better use of Bobby Lee than, Drugstore June earlier this year. So that's nice. It is nice to see Bobby Lee in films because I think he's incredibly funny. This movie doesn't give him as much to work with, but he does have some really funny scenes in it. But it is just, sadly, not something that is terribly memorable. I mean, I just got off the plane. I just got home, and I'm already struggling to remember most of the film because it just didn't capture me. There was nothing truly memorable about it. So unfortunately, I can't recommend Sweet Dreams, although I will say Johnny Knoxville does turn in a solid performance, and I'd like to see more from him in the dramatic work or even the dramedy work. I think he has the ability with some more accessible material to, dive into some interesting nuance of a character. So I'd like to see more of that, but unfortunately I can't recommend the film as a whole. But if you've seen Sweet Dreams, Go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on this 2024 release. While you're down there, please make sure to like and subscribe. There are 2 free things you can do that help to support the channel immensely, and you never miss new episodes of the show as they drop. You can also find goatfilmreviews.com for my any written reviews. You can find Goat Film Reviews on Facebook. You can follow me at Almighty Goatman on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, and Threads. And you can find my other show, Kyle and Nick on Film, that I co-host with Nick Plotachuk from the St. Paul Filmcast. We have new episodes of that show every single week. All those links are down in the description, as well as a link for the Minnesota Film Critics Alliance, which I am a member of. You can check out other film critics' reviews of popular films, as well as looking up just more of my stuff, too. Either way works just fine. Thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, we'll see you.